Welcome to the MyInflation Personal Inflation Calculator, an R-Shiny-based web application that was developed as a capstone project for students in the iSchool at the University of Arizona. Our group consisted of Rodrigo Guerrero, who was project lead and primary driver of the calculator's creation, Nick Manuel, who was lead programmer, Ian Forsyth, who designed the user interface, and Travis Myers, who handled data research and collection. Each member had specific focuses, but we worked on many aspects of the project together. Our desire to pursue this project stemmed from current economic crises and the lack of free, personalized tools that help individuals with financial planning. So what is inflation? Inflation is the rate at which the value of a currency is falling. Official inflation rate is calculated using a hypothetical basket representing what the US population consumes on average. CPI is the most frequently used measure to calculate this, as it measures the average change in price of items over time. Because everyone has different purchasing habits, perceived levels of inflation can differ from official inflation. This is the problem MyInflation Calculator solves. The purpose of the MyInflation Calculator is to help individuals gain insight into their finances and better plan for the future. Understanding your personal inflation rate can help you reduce spending in categories of high inflation and save money.
Now let's explore the tool itself. Users can decide if they want to use the application in a more general sense, like you can see on the screen now, but by clicking the Advanced box, a more expansive options list is now available. Users can now input their estimated annual income and select their eating lifestyle, which factors in the different purchasing habits of those who may have dietary constraints. For this use case, we'll be selecting the vegan option, which will ultimately affect the final output by not including the inflation costs for things such as poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy. Since the inflation costs of these goods are not passed on to the consumer, they may not need to be included in the overall adjusted inflation rate for that individual. From there, we will adjust our sliders accordingly and continue to fill out our form. Once we've adjusted our sliders, we'll select the state and territory that we reside in. For this case, we'll select Arizona, and because Tucson has no major metro area, we would select none. We'll hit our Get Personal Inflation Results button, and now we have a calculated personal average annual inflation rate percentage, as well as the US annual average inflation rate, and some other average percentage changes on different goods and services depending on your inputs on the left-hand side here. The other tool on this page includes our dollar comparison tool, which will take any 2 years and output the value of the dollar, the percentage change, and the cost of the item for that secondary year. So for this example, we have in the year 1945, you purchased an item worth $20. Then in the year 2001, that same item would cost $194.18 with a percentage change of 871%. We also have a glossary of terms here, which defines different terminology that users might find on our website. It also includes examples and how we calculate the specifics of their inputs. We have a help page that details how to use the tool and assists users who are navigating the application for the first time. And finally, an About page, which talks about our team and goals for this project. Of the difficulties we encountered, some of the major ones were collecting and organizing the data into properly formatted CSV files that the application could pull from, depending on user input, and figuring out a way to get around the issue for some regions that the Bureau of Labor Statistics doesn't update data for frequently. There were also some hiccups with UI rendering, especially in regard to slider inputs within R-Shiny. Thanks for watching.